Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to come on here again and give another shout out to an extremely awesome auditor that I've been watching forever. And he kind of is more aligned to how I am, who just cannot stand this crap. Let's see, let me hide this real quick so you guys can see. All right, let's get to it. This is Mr. James Freeman. Mr. James Freeman, one of the best auditors that I have ever had the pleasure of watching. Now, I know a lot of people may not like him so much because of his, what they would call, brash and rash reactions, but I find it extremely compelling, and I think he's freaking awesome. I wanted to highlight a video I watched a while ago. I mean, he's got just tremendously amazing videos going through his channel. It seems that he also has had to probably delete some of his videos. I don't know why. But here's one I wanted to highlight because I saw it and I was just like, yeah, yeah, James, yeah, James. So let's get into it quickly. This is what I'm talking about. American does.
We don't need to answer your questions. Are we free to go yet? Why not? Are we detained? What are we detained?
Let me pause it real quick and rewind it. My computer's great, as you can tell. All right, let's try it again.
We don't need to answer your questions. Are we free to go yet? Why not? Are we detained? What are we detained for? What are we detained for? Hey guys, it's Sierra Vista, Arizona, Border Patrol. Did we cross a border? Did we cross a border? That's a yes or a no. Did we cross a border? Am I detained?
Yes.
For suspicion of what crime?
You are now.
Why?
This is an immigration inspection, sir. You've never crossed through a border patrol check?
I've never crossed a border.
Okay. You are in Arizona.
Okay.
This is an immigration inspection.
Okay.
This checkpoint's been here for more than a dozen years.
Okay.
We have a right to stop every vehicle.
All right.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Martinez, yes.
Okay.
U.S. versus Martinez. Come with me.
Go on me.
Show them the video. Come on. Okay.
I want to stay with them. You can come over here and show me.
No, because you got out on vehicle, sir.
What's that?
I was going to explain to you the law. I just want to pause real quick before he gives us the best James reaction ever. But, you know, often we see, which I'm going to go over another video, I think, who featured it today. I think Felix featured it. I'm not sure, but just how these disgusting human beings work, you know, because he thinks James is a moron or something. Like this is his first day off the auditing truck. And he tries to lure him over, like, come on over here, so that he can leave his family to be terrorized by these terrorists. And one of the big things about that you see often, which is really unfortunate, which is really the underlying issue for everybody, is that people don't know their rights, and they also don't know their autonomy. They also don't know how to stand up for themselves or put their foot down. And so these cops are thinking, oh, if I can just lure this man, the man who will actually stand his ground, well, then we'll just go ahead and finagle the woman and her children. We'll put fear into them so that they comply with any and everything that we say and do, regardless if it's legal or not, regardless if it's terrorizing Americans or not. And James was just like, nah, dumbass. What do you think? I'm a fucking idiot? I'll stay right here with them and watch. Love you, James.
Why? Are we detained?
Yes, you are.
Why?
If you want an explanation, I'm going to give you an explanation.
I don't need to be detained for an explanation. That's not how the law works. Are we free to go or not? Hey guys, it's Sierra Vista, Arizona. What's your name?
The questions?
Can we just go and I'll come back and talk to you tomorrow?
No.
No?
No, you can't.
Okay. What's your name?
It's right here.
Roman?
Yes.
E. Roman?
Yes, it is.
All right, guys,
How
we're
many
in Sierra
people are in
Vista,
your vehicle,
Arizona.
sir?
We don't have to answer your questions about how many people are in the vehicle.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. Until I'm satisfied with my immigration inspection, you do.
What makes you think that we're not U.S. citizens?
Well, I'm developing that this question. Can you move them around?
Can we just go? What's that? Whetstone, Arizona? Can we just go? Can we? Boss, I know you know this is stupid. Can we just go? I don't have to answer your question.
It's coming. It's coming. I apologize for my stopping. But I just love this because he knows that in any other scenario, he would be up their assholes so hardcore. But he has his wife and his children in the car. This is what these terrorists do. Yes, I am calling them terrorists because they terrorize Americans on a daily basis. Okay? And we'll get into why they do that in another video that's been bothering me for quite a while. But you see him being like, boss, it's okay. Oh, well, do we really have to answer these questions? Oh. You know, he's trying to give a little bit. But we're talking about James here. He ain't nobody's motherfucking bitch. All right?
You're the one that's making it stupid. I don't care who told you it's okay to stop people who haven't committed crimes and harass them on the road, but it's not okay.
We're not harassing them, bro. It's an immigration inspection. We have the right on the Supreme Court decision.
The right? You think a supremacy court gave you a right? Do I have a right to stop you when you're traveling and I don't suspect you of a crime and you haven't taken life, liberty, or property? Do I have a right to stop you when you're traveling on the road and detain you if I don't suspect you of taking life, liberty, or property?
Well, you're not law enforcement.
How do I give? Wait. Aren't powers delegated by the people? How can I give you a power I don't have? Magic?
What?
Can I just go?
Go ahead, sir.
Free to go?
You're free to go, sir.
Thank you. I'm James.
You're free
It's
to go.
good to meet you.
You're free to go.
Don't ever fucking stop me again, boy. Do you understand me? I don't care who told you it's okay. It's not. Free to go.
Why did you stop and fold it up? No, I wanted you to hold it up so you.
Get it, James.
Yeah, he was scared.
How disgusting those human beings are. Sitting there terrorizing his family, his car full of children. Thank God your children have a father like you, James. Thank God. Because most children do not. They have fathers like, excuse me, the civil rights attorney, who tell them, just follow along. Just follow along, guys. Just, freedom is scary, but you better deal with it. Deal with it. Freedom is scary. Deal with it. Yeah, well, this is how you're supposed to deal with it. The way that James deals with it. I have another, let's see, there's another one in here. I think this is pretty famous. Where is it? The one where he is with his daughter, which is amazing. He has his daughter with him, and they are auditing a place. And the cops come in doing their terrorisms. And he's just like, nah. Yeah, this is what it was. James, it was you. It was you. Of course it was you. Of course it was you. And this is what I mean. Let's check this one out quickly. We won't watch the whole thing, but you should definitely go and watch the whole thing because it's awesome.
Unfortunately, I can't leave. I would love to go ahead and just talk to everybody and then just be done and over with and just go. Well, I don't want to.
This is another one. I just want to bring it to a specific place because it's where the cops are talking to the woman by herself, and the man, decides to remove himself from the area because the cops are saying, why don't you come out? Why don't you come out? We need to talk to you guys independently, individually, all this BS. And the woman's like, no, I'm fine right here. Mind you that they've already quelled the issue. They're there supposedly because of a domestic dispute, which is pretty shady in itself because, we heard the call in the very beginning and, the person is like so worried about giving their information. I have a feeling that they're doing it on purpose. Like this is necessarily what is called a SWAT call. This is like when they say some stuff to cause cops coming and swatting your house. I didn't hear them say anything about weapons or anything, but you will see in the video, at the end of the video, the gentleman talks about how after they illegally entered in his home, harmed his wife, they illegally entered into the home and searched everywhere and were taking pictures of his firearms. This is a pastor of a church, an ex-police officer. Let's see. Weirdo.
I got both of them at the front door.
Let me see exactly.
Doesn't open the door. We're gonna have to force entry to check both her.
Yeah, right here. Let me see.
Hey, miss, come here. I'd like to chat with you. Can I chat with you separately?
So I realized, so I left my wife sort of at a situation like this front door kind of here. And I left because I knew that they weren't going to be satisfied unless they were convinced that she was autonomously telling them that she's okay. So I leave. I go to another part of the house.
I know that you're saying okay, that you're fine, but I'd like to chat with you separately. Just we had a
See how he removes himself because he knows the scenario. He knows that they want to talk to her separately so that she'll tell him the truth or whatever, so that he's not there intimidating her to lie to the police. And the second that he removes himself, you'll see here the cop whispering, "Open up the door. Open up the door. Come talk to me. Open up the door." Because this is what cops do. And this is why it really, really, as a woman, it bothers the literal shit out of me that women are so scared, to have their own autonomy and say, fuck you, you dumb shit. I'm not a moron. Me and my husband are one, and you're not going to get me to go against him. Like, what are you talking about? You see it. I see it so often in like smaller level auditing videos where people, they're not even auditing. It's just, I'm filming for my own protection and safety because we all are aware that we need to, film every single interaction with every police officer. Now people are becoming more aware that they need to film every interaction with any administration, period. Audit the administration always. But this is just what really gets me, because you always see the cop separating the man from the woman and then putting fear into the woman. Many a times a woman with a child that they're trying to protect, and they know that they can get the woman to do whatever they want to do because she's trying to protect her child. But this is just another example of how they try to, manipulate the situation. He's going to be like whispering, "Open the door. Oh, open the door. Open the door."
witness say that there was some yelling, something happened over here. Can you open the door? What's that? It's okay. I'll use about 30 seconds of your time. That's all it is.
I mean, the house is messy. You know I'm a woman. So nobody wants nobody in the house when your house is a mess.
I think so I don't like to keep my house in the
And then they can clearly see that the woman's not a moron and that she's securely with her husband. Therefore, they decide to get out their cute little toy, because that's all these are, little boys with fucking toys. And they say, here, they smash her. I mean, just imagine that. Just literally imagine that. You guys got to come and watch this video. It's really, really, really good. I don't know if James created the documentary style that it is in, but it's awesome. Great work, James. But let's see here. Okay, let's watch. Because they're there, because supposedly this guy's beating the hell out of her. But they're both there, elderly individuals. This guy's an ex-cop. He knows what's up. And they're trying to dispel any kind of problems, and these guys just aren't having it because they're literal terrorists. And we'll discuss why in a later video.
Well, outside if you do it right now.
She says, okay, can I come out? And he says, yes, you can.
I told him I'd come out fine.
And then you hear some lieutenant in the back, breach, breach, breach.
Yes, you can come outside if you do it right now.
All right, let's move.
If you can please open the door.
They're both there.
Reach, move, Oscar. Move!
Put your hands where we can see them. Put your hands where we can see them.
Move.
A medical condition on her license.
Sir, put your hands where we can see them right now.
She has a medical license on her thing on her license.
Come out here.
We're not giving consent.
Tell me that that's not terrorizing to innocent elderly individuals because they got a call. Anyways, we'll leave it there because I want you guys to watch it for yourselves. I don't want to take all of his wonderful, amazing work. Let's see here. But James has been an amazing auditor since the beginning, and I'm not sure. I don't, I can only glean from what I've seen, but it seems, he used to live here in Texas. And if anyone knows anything about Texas, they know it's a fucking swamp nation. Swamp nation. There's reasons for that as well. We might talk about in some form or fashion. But yeah, he used to audit all the time with Bao. Bao also used to live in Texas. I don't know where he lives anymore. But I'm pretty positive from my, viewership of James and Bao and all the people that, from, what was that issue? What was that issue that they had in with the chief of police and the city council and the whole freaking BS that they did? And they arrested like 100 billion people, and it was just so disgusting. But that's what I mean. Like, this is what I mean about, auditing the administration, because no matter how many times you audit cops, they are nobody. They are the jesters of the court, as I've talked about a million times. They're just there to do whatever the administration wants them to do. Where if it, yeah, this is funny. I love how he talks about, what is that one? Where is it? It's so funny. I'm sure it'll be on one of the most popular, because I know it's been featured. Of course, 10 million views. This is what I mean, because this is James. Playing pretty is illegal. Where is it, James? Where is it? Yeah, like I said, intimidates women to get consent, as they do. This was another one that was excellent 5 years ago. Gosh, where is it? It's the one where he has his daughter filming, and he puts on the gloves, and the cops come in, and yeah, here we go. We got a call. Of course, we got a call. This is what I mean, though. I freaking love the way that James does his work. He's gotten better and better and better and better.
Just doing our investigation.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I told them you probably wouldn't come, and I told them if you're not coming, we'll just leave now.
Okay.
Because they didn't want to cooperate. And
Yeah.
you know that. I already
Yeah.
spoke with you, so you know we're not going to try to force cooperation like the police would do. No, we're not cops. We wouldn't get violent with anybody.
So we can talk to them real quick about why we're calling you.
Sure.
As of right now, we are on a call for service, so we'll be speaking to you briefly about it once we finish talking.
That's what I love about James. He has come to the realization that many auditors have not. And that is, there is absolutely nothing that you can do. There is no constitution. There is no America. These people are tyrannical psychopaths that have taken over our country. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do except make them look like a fucking fool. The fools that they are. So that's the wonderfulness about James. He's been run out of several places. I don't know if he's still in Arizona, but that's one of the worst other states there is for law and law enforcement. So let's see here. I freaking love it. And great job for teaching your kids James, I understand that a lot of people are going to look down upon that, but please understand that your children are so much better off actually knowing the truth.
Okay. Are we detained then?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we're detained.
It's a call for service. You're not free to go.
Oh, a call for service? What crime are we suspected of?
So right now, that's what we're going to talk to them.
What crime are we suspected of?
You're detained for investigation. Okay.
Investigation of what crime?
Sorry about the pausing, but this is exactly what I'm trying to talk about the law. The law is so bull because literally, what crime have I committed? Oh, you hurt my feelings. That's a crime nowadays because, you know, we make up the law. Again, we pull the law out of our assholes and we apply it however we want to. And because society is so goddamn ignorant, it works.
Just hang out for a while. Okay.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and out the door.
No.
Am I detained?
You're not free.
For what crime?
You are not free.
For what crime? What's your name? L-E-I-N-A.
Officer.
Are you her?
You're not
Are you
free
a
to leave.
supervisor?
No.
But you're not free to leave.
What crime? What crime do you suspect me of?
Our supervisor right there, but you're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect
Okay,
me
so
of?
keep your voice down.
I don't have to keep my voice down.
You can be charged with disorderly.
Do you know what disorderly is? Come on, I'm not new here. This is my job. You understand that?
I understand. So
Okay.
just hang out for me.
No, I'm not. I don't need to hang out for
Okay.
you. Hey, can we go, man?
No, you're not free to leave.
You need to stop.
I don't need to stop. I'm telling you what you need to do. And you're gonna
What
listen.
crime do you suspect me of?
So we're free to talk to you after. We're going to talk to them. We're going to find out what they call this. Okay.
So you don't know why you're here, but I'm detained?
You're here for a call for service. They call on you guys about being disorderly right now. So we're going to.
Do you know what disorderly is?
So I'm not answering your question.
So you suspect me of being disorderly? Is that what you're saying?
So we're investigating. You're
Do you-
going to be detained for investigation.
For investigation of a crime, you have
Okay,
to suspect.
so-
Do you know what reasonable articulable suspicion is, boy?
Okay, I'm not going.
Do you know what reasonable? You're not going down this route. What?
This is what I mean. I love it. Boy, yeah, disrespect them like they disrespect every single human. If you guys didn't see the post that I posted earlier from John Gray's deposition of that sergeant or whatnot, it's a perfect example, you know, because the cops come out, they assert their non-authority, which the sergeant, you know, admits to. He said, nope, I didn't have any authority to tell him what I told him. And yet I still told him. Just like these guys, they have no authority, none at all whatsoever.
The law, obeying the law. You're not going down that
Okay,
route.
well, you can chill right here. Okay, you can just hang out for me.
I want to leave now.
You're not free to leave.
Why is that?
Because we're conducting an
Hey guys, this is Oro Valley Police Department. They're detaining me right now
investigation.
for investigation of which crime? Which crime?
Yep.
Excuse me. How you doing? So we were just checking. We got reports. Different
Uh-huh.
things are going on. We're just making sure that everything's good.
Am I free to go?
Now you are.
If-
You are free to
Now-
go.
Great. All right. I need your card. I need your card. I need your card right now.
For sure. Okay, I give you my name and badge.
You know, I try not to file lawsuits. You understand, young
you can have
man?
my name and
But you're
badge
a
number.
dumb mother effer.
Okay, well, you can.
You
back
don't
up.
get to detain people. No, you can back
You
up.
can-
No, you can
So
back up.
chill out. If you'd like to.
Thank you, James. Treat them the way they deserve to be treated. Treat them the way they deserve to be treated. And what really, really gets me to the deepest part of my being is the fact that there is no recourse, guys. You know, we all like to say, oh, well, I'm going to sue you and I don't like to sue and da-da-da-da, you know, just like James is saying here. But he understands that the law is not for us. The law wasn't made for us. Nothing. You know, it is a secret society club. And if you're not in it, like George Carlin says, tough shits, tough titties. Because, you know, if you'll look at someone like Long Island Auditor, who is girdled by the Young Turks, and, you know, he also has lots of followers and lots of views, and he's become quite famous quite quick, because he has the backing of a corporation, the Young Turks. You know, so, you know, just like the civil rights lawyer, he's a lawyer. You know, you can pay to get views, guys. You can pay money to get your videos put out there like nobody's business. Okay. And if you have somebody backing you, yeah, that's not going to be an issue. Also, a lot of the times he gets a lot of views because he follows through. We all like to watch the follow through, because we all want to believe that we live in America and that there is a constitution and that everybody, as it says in the Constitution, has equal rights. These truths to be self-evident. Well, we are seeing every day on a daily basis that these truths are not self-evident and they're not truths. They're freaking lies. They're legalese. And someone like Long Island Audit can only do what he does, i.e. bringing these tyrants causally to account, because as you'll notice, he doesn't often get the win either. But it's okay. He's not worried about it because those attorneys are paid by the Young Turks. Those attorneys are paid by the corporation that backs him. Not to mention his almost million subscribers now that gives him buku's money where he can buy his family home and him a home and have so many homes in a, state where, of course, what did we see? And this is what I mean, like he's not too worried about it and he can keep on going and buy his little, the billboard trucks and stuff like that, because the state's not gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like what they tried to put a lien on his properties or whatever, that's what they do. That's what they do. And it's not the Young Turks that are getting all that done to them. It's him, but it's okay because he has a corporation full of lawyers to help and protect him. And that's what's dangerous about some of these auditors.
If you'd like to. Any
Go ahead. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nicholson.
Nicholson. I understand that.
You're dismissed. Walk away. Sorry. Go ahead. He keeps approaching me aggressively.
He's right here.
Nicholson, we're not going to have any issues.
No, I know.
Here, let me. We're fine. Right?
Absolutely. And I have no issue with you. I understand you guys are doing your investigation.
When's the last time you were deposed?
If you wouldn't
I'm
mind.
sorry.
I understand.
Let me take some deep breaths. I get really upset when people threaten violence upon me. I've never threatened violence upon anyone in here. And when you tell me I'm detained and I try to walk out the door and you block my way, that's violence. Can you ask the violent man to leave so we can just have a calm talk? Out the door. I'm no threat whatsoever.
I
Look,
understand that.
ask the violent man to leave, please, so we can just be reasonable.
It's just you and I talk right now.
Okay, she can stay and you can stay. These two both detained me. Then go. She didn't detain me.
No, and so that's what you and I are just talking. You're free to leave at any point you want.
Okay.
I understand you wanted to talk. So
And let's have him leave. Please.
you might just absolutely. I
Thank
appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Him as well. He detained me as well. She can stay as backup. You already know I got no weapons. If I were going to hurt you, I'd hurt you. If you were going to hurt me, you'd hurt me. Okay, cool. I'll even sit.
Go, James. James is, he's so good. I can't even start. It's probably not smart of me to not like sit down and script my videos, but whatever. I'm just trying to make a comment on, the awesomeness of these auditors that I like to highlight. And James literally is the epitome of awesomeness. If you've watched any of his videos, which I've watched all of them from a long time ago, and he does some really good stuff that gets overlooked. And I know a lot of it has to get taken down because he's telling some truths. I remember that he was in, I believe it was Arizona at one point, and it still might be on here, not the full video, because they definitely made him take away the part where he was in the DCFS or the CPS or whatever it's called in Arizona, which is the Child Protective Services, when he got, a tip about them abusing children, because that is their forte. The CPS is literally, that's what they do. And it's amazing. It's amazing the type of advocacy he does, because he's not just effing around trying to like get views and clicks so that he can get tons of money. He's literally a true American advocate for Americans. And that's what I like about him. He went to the DCFS office. I can't remember where it was, but a lot of people don't sit through a lot of videos and listen to the jibber jabber, I'm sure. But, he has mentioned before, I think I've seen him also trying to sponsor or peddle, some legal help, lawyers or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Something that I absolutely disdain. I hate that any auditor would try to help somebody get a lawyer because they don't understand that lawyers are fucking bullshit, literal bullshit. And I understand that some lawyers, do get stuff done, like Jeffrey Graves and stuff like that. But really, in all honesty, do they? And how much money does it cost? That's why you never see any auditors being able to follow through with anything. Again, if we go back to, what is it, Mata? I can't remember what his first name is, but the one that was with CJ Grisham, because CJ Grisham is also getting effed with. But they have no recourse. Where's their recourse? And a good majority of the time, you see these people, and a good majority of the time, they're not the 100,000 subscriber auditors. They're just some random regular American who gets totally fucked over by the state and its agents. And they're literally begging for somebody to help them find a lawyer, because all the lawyers that they contact independently won't take their case. And that's another thing that people don't understand about the law being dangerous. Okay? Because the law is not there for you. It's not there for you. And if any of you guys have happened to see any of the BS that's happening in the legal world, such as the Karen Reed trial, the Diddy trial, or even the stupid Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni case that's going on, you can clearly see all of the BS that happens within the legal world. It is a secret society, okay? And only the high Masons get to do what they want, such as what? Yeah, even the Mangione case. Like, the same lawyers are working on all of these cases. Huh? You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find the one that I was interested in. I can't remember which one it was, but there was one. DCFS. Let's just see if we can see. Yeah, well, we already know about that a long time ago. Anyways, it was a great job. He went to DCFS, CYFD. Children are our property. Yep. And this is the truth, guys. This is the truth. It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. Another dangerous part about that is that there is a separate judicial system for kids, for family, for divorce, for everything. Everything has been delineated out from the original law, i.e. the Constitution. And nobody knows a damn thing about law at all whatsoever. Therefore, they get trampled on left and right, especially the kids. But James Freeman is an amazing journalist, and unfortunately, he has to deal with all the stuff that he has to deal with. But if he had like the ability to become like a true journalist, he'd be a fucking amazing. What was it? What was that one that I was watching? The one where he featured that guy who got shot in the face by those cops, or that one cop who told him to come down. And we only know of what actually happened because the dude was wearing a camera watch. There was a watch in his camera. I mean, sick shit, y'all. Sick fucking shit that goes on with these people. Okay? And who protects them? The administration, the judicial courts. So who's there to protect you guys? Besides James Freeman. Who is there to protect you? You gotta question these things sometimes, Question authority is a real thing. It's a real friggin' thing. I can't remember what that guy's name was, but I'm pretty sure he's touched on like all of the serious ones. James has. And there was this one. It was a long time ago. I think it was before or right during, the COVID BS, where he was trying to do something and he didn't want to. He was just like, well, I can't get arrested today because I can't afford an attorney, and all this stuff, and he was just like, some people are smart enough to like take things to court themselves, but I just don't have the time or method to do so. So I don't want to get arrested today because I can't afford an attorney. And that's the sick shit I'm talking about. That is the sick shit I'm talking about. That is how they have you under their thumb. You shouldn't be afraid to take something to court without worrying about if an attorney's going to take it, if you can afford an attorney. There was another thing during COVID that really fucking put a fire under my ass. And I remember it was from Rogue Nation. I can't remember. I know that it wasn't his video, but you know how sometimes a lot of the auditors will kind of come together to support each other when they're doing an audit, especially a scary audit. And they were, I think it was during COVID. I mean, I know it was during COVID, but they went somewhere and it was a jail and they were filming and they were asking questions. And I know it was Rogue Nation who asked the question, but it wasn't on his video. So it was somebody else who was videoing him at the time. But Rogue Nation was talking to one of the, the jail people or whatever, and was just like, so how was it in there for them and this, that, and the other, because it was fucked up, man. It was fucked up for people in jail during COVID. It was fucked up. And we all know that was total bullshit. So extra fucked up. And then on top of that, he had mentioned something and he said, isn't, that like illegal? Because, oh God, I wish I could fucking find the video, but the policeman or the jail person was sitting there saying, oh yeah, the lawyers are doing a really good job, blah, blah, blah. And, they've suspended, they've suspended prisoners being allowed to see their lawyers because of fucking the bullshit ass COVID. So they suspended their rights to have a lawyer help them, number one. And number two, that's a total violation of due process, which people actually don't understand the meanings of these legal words. And that's why I call the law a secret society, because there are words that are used by these psychos, these secret society members, that allow them to do things that regular old people can't because they don't know the lingo. They're not in the secret society. You think it's a joke, but it's not. It's serious. It's literal history. Okay? And if you were to go look up, I'm sure I have it screenshotted somewhere, but if you go look up due process, it basically says due process has now become definitively, the definition for due process is the security of the country. To ensure the security of the country. That's what? That's not due process. So, yeah. Let me see. There's another one. I can't remember what the other one is. I think one of the ones most recently, and he was talking, and this is also why I freaking love James Freeman, because he was doing a video and he was talking, and I guess there was a whole bunch of people. It might have been the bow one. But the bow one where he got messed up when he went to the Karen Reed thing or whatever. Bao was like in the vicinity of the Karen Reed trial, and they completely fucked him over, put him in jail, the whole nine, like disgustingness. But gosh, I'm trying to find it. Anyways, in the video, he was talking about, the disgustingness of our world, and some of his, subscribers or whatever, I guess, was just like, yeah, don't worry, Trump got elected, so everything will be better. Everything will be better because we got Trump now. And he was so amazing. And he was just like, are you guys fucking stupid? Like, Trump is a fucking moron too. You know what I mean? Like, and I loved how he said it on his stream. He was just like, I know I'm going to lose some subscribers over this, but Trump is a moron too. Trump is a part of the secret society, guys. And this is in the playbook. This isn't the first time that this has happened, to where they use, like, just like I try to remind people, do not forget that before there were the Democrats and the Republicans, it was just the Democratic Republicans or the Republican Democrats and the Masons. Those were the two parties. And then when they got rid of the Masons, they split themselves open and made themselves Democrats and Republicans as the two parties. the illusion of choice. Stop, Char. Stop. You're scratching the carpet. All right. Well, anyways. This was funny too. Who else was I thinking? Oh, yes. One of the other ones that was one of my favorites. It should have like 1,000 million views as well. It was the first video that I ever saw of SGV. Let me see if he has videos. That was a long time ago. So hopefully it's in his populars. Probably not. I think it was one of his first. Yep, there it is. 6 years ago. There should be just as many views on this one as the one.
Might be.
I might be.
And I'd like to know
Where is it? There it is,
So who
right
are you?
here.
Right shit. The fuck's your problem?
As you
Don't fucking.
David Miscavige. That's what I want to know.
I think he's a crook.
So do I. We work, seen on the same level, but why do you think I work for them?
I didn't say you worked for them.
That's
I
what
just
you're-
told you what
that's
my
you're
name
pointing.
was.
That's what you're pointing.
You come on, guy.
So you're
You
asking me
better-
what
Nah.
OT level I am, right?
What's that mean?
Yeah. What does it mean?
Well, how would you know what that
How
means?
would you know?
Because I know.
I bet you do.
So you want to talk about David Miscavige?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Tell me all about him.
You're fucking with
Uh,
Scientology now?
David Miscavige likes.
This, right
Are
here.
you on probation?
I don't answer questions.
Okay,
What's
so
your
you
name and badge? Don't
understand,
touch my shit. The fuck's your problem?
as you
Don't fucking touch
understand,
my camera.
you cannot record inside that.
Oh, yes, I can. I
No,
can
you
use the
cannot.
public space. I can record anything I
This is
see
not
in my
public
eyes.
space. This is
What's your name and badge number?
right here, dude. It's right there.
What-
Okay.
Badge number.
Doesn't matter.
What's your
I don't have
badge
to give you
number?
my badge number.
What's your badge number?
I don't have to give you my
301.
badge number.
Pin number 101.
There you go.
Eight,
It's
nine,
all
three.
right there.
Fuck
Okay,
off, bitch.
you cannot record it.
Shut up.
You can't record in there. Are we clear?
I can record anything
No,
my
you
eyes can see,
cannot.
bro.
This
You
is
can't
not. This
trespass
is not
mine.
public.
What
This
is it?
not
Is it
public.
private?
This is a probation building.
Is it private?
It is not
What's
open
the
to
law that
public.
says I can't film?
You cannot film it.
What's the law?
Record it.
State the law that says I
It's in
can't
there.
film. What's the
It's
law?
inside.
What's the law?
Are you on probation?
What's the law?
Are you on?
Give me the law before I answer
Are
any
you on
questions.
probation?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, then you can go then.
No, you need to give me the law that states I can't film here. I'm going to stand right here and film all day.
Film inside that
Why not?
because it is not
Says,
open.
what's your name and badge number, sir?
Go ahead.
What's your name and badge number?
Go ahead.
What's your badge number? Give me your badge number, ma'am.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
already showed it to you.
303?
Go ahead.
On your way.
Oh, you're a tyrant.
Look at these people. I already showed it to you. On your way. On your way, little boy. On your way. Dude.
You guys all learned from this guy or what? This is what you learned? What do you mean on my way? I could be here.
You
What
are
the
not
fuck?
supposed to be here.
Why work for the police department? What the
Go
fuck?
upstairs and take care of your business.
Yeah, shut up. Go ahead.
After you, dude.
After you.
So you have business inside.
None of your business. My
If you have
business is not your business.
I'm here to help you.
My business is not your business.
Go ahead if you want to go inside. You're free to go.
You don't have to tell me what to do. I'm a fucking
You said
adult,
you're
bro.
going inside.
I'm an adult. I could be wherever the fuck I want.
I'm telling you, if you have business inside, go ahead. If you don't have business, then you're trespassing. It's that simple.
No, I'm not trespassing on a fucking sheriff property. This is owned by the county. What the fuck? You can't trespass
Okay.
for county property.
If you don't have business,
You don't know
maybe
what I
I'll
have.
give
You don't
to
know what I have
then
here.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go
You
in.
don't know
Let's
what I
go.
have.
I'll follow you upstairs.
You're not going to follow me anywhere.
Sure I will. I'm assigned to this facility. If you have business, you're welcome to go upstairs.
I have business and I won't attend to it until you're out of my way.
I'm not
Get
even
the fuck out of my way.
Go upstairs.
Get out of my way.
Do you have
This is
business?
intimidation. You guys are violating the Bain Act right now. You know that, right?
Have
You're
business.
violating the Bain Act.
Do you have business here?
I have business, and that's none of your business.
Go upstairs.
That's none of your business. I'm in the sheriff's department. I can do whatever I want. Now get
It
out.
doesn't work that way.
What
If
house
you have
is
business,
You're going to trespass
if you
me?
have
Or
business,
you're going to trespass
do
me?
you not have business?
What's the law that says I can be here?
If you don't have business,
What's
you
the
need to go.
law that says I can't be here? What's the
You can't
law?
hang out here for 12
What's the
hours.
law?
What are you trying to do here?
What's the law? I've only been here 5 minutes.
Do you
What's the
have
law that
business?
says I can't be
You're
here?
not detained. Go. You're
What's the
welcome
law
to
that
your
says I can't
business.
be here? You don't know. You're that stupid. You don't even know the law that says I can't be
Do you
here.
have business or not?
Who's the supervisor?
He was recording inside the facility, and that's what got us so
Yeah, take him out real quick. So I can make it look like a fool out here. So good. That's the kind of stuff that's so good. Because you do not have to be somebody's bitch. Never, ever, ever do you have to be somebody's bitch. I'm gonna end with this because I would like to highlight this gentleman next. Because he's freaking awesome. And the reason why he is so awesome is because he is an attorney. Or he was an attorney. Where was the one from today? Are there other channels? Mr. Durbin, where are your other channels? There was one that was just like today or yesterday. And James was with him. That was crazy. That one was extremely crazy. And I liked this one because in it, Ron has to admit that his license is suspended. His license is suspended? Yeah, his law license is suspended. I wonder why. Maybe because, like I always say, it is a secret society. And if you go against your secret society, guys, you get booted. You get booted. Okay? That's why the civil rights lawyer is a coward, in my opinion, because he would never go against his secret society. He would just use all of y'all's hard work to highlight his prestige and pretend that he's there for you and your rights, even though he says freedom is scary. Deal with it. Well, we are dealing with it without any of your help, loser. So we'll end on that one because I can't find his other. Is there more in here? It's the only thing that sucks about having Gorilla Publishing. Okay, so we'll do that. Gorilla Publishing. So there's a couple of them, I guess. Gorilla Publishing. Sorry, like I said, I don't pre-script. Maybe that is something that I should do. So I don't annoy you guys by going through looking at all of this, but videos, latest. Oh, where is it? Gosh darn it. Anyways, it was a video where he got arrested and then he went back so that he could file, a lawsuit. And then he went back to do some investigation, and this cop just keeps on arresting him. And I just like to highlight this guy because he is an attorney. And it also goes to show what happens when you are an attorney and you try to fight for the rights of the people. It's very interesting. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. Till next time, James Freeman, you freaking rock, dude. I love you and your family. Right on. It's also because he used to live here in Texas, and I think they ran him out just like everyone else. Now he lives in Arizona, which is just as scary as Texas, if not more so. But all right, maybe I'll come back and give him more of a shout out with the script so that I don't bore you guys half to death with me looking for cool stuff. Thanks as usual. We'll see you next time.